Check this out, I hacked my Venus Flytrap using my smartphone. Today I'm gonna show you how I made this, how exactly it works, and what happens when you claim you have superpowers to make a Venus Flytrap snap by flexing your arm. Now, how in the world can a plant move in a fraction of a second like that? How does it even know if there is an insect in there in the first place? Let's find out. Unlike other plants, the Venus flytrap is not vegetarian and it likes to get most of its nutrients from insects rather than the soil. The sweet-smelling nectar on a Venus flytrap makes it hard to resist. It has 3 of these so-called sensory hairs. If an insect touches one of the sensory hairs, the plant won't immediately snap and the insect is safe for now. But a deadly timer kicks in, a crucial 30 seconds that will determine if the insect lives or dies. If the insect touches a second sensory hair, it's doomed. In a split second, the lobes will snap shut. The more the insect struggles, the tighter it gets. The plant needs the timer to avoid false activations, for instance because of the rain and wasted energy. The motion in almost all living creatures is triggered by one and the same thing, an electric signal. Here's the electric signal which is triggered to make my arm flex. The Venus flytrap is the same. Now this electrical signal is what I'm gonna use to hack the flytrap. But before we get to that, how is it possible for a plant to snap in a blink of an eye? When it's triggered, the plant increases the fluid on the outer side of the lobes. This stretches the outer side while the inner side keeps its size, forcing the lobes to bend. However, the way the lobes are shaped prevents them from bending. But at a certain point, the pressure is too high and the lobes collapse inward, causing them to close. In mechanics, this is called mechanical instability, similar to a light switch in your home or a hair clip. They switch from one state to another instantly without stopping in the middle. So I want to bypass the sensory hairs and make the lobe snapshot using my smartphone to send an electric signal to the Venus flytrap. For this, I need to attach electrodes to the plant. However, unlike human skin, a plant's surface is protected by hydrophobic waxy layer, making the attachment of electrodes difficult. Using adhesive conductive gel with copper pads will ensure that the electric signals are coming through. It took me long hours to get this thin wire soldered in place. From the studies I found, it seems that the threshold voltage is around 1.5 volt, and to increase the response time of the flytrap, frequency around 2 Hz is required. I used an ASP32 board that I had from another project, which has among other features a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. This allows me to communicate with my smartphone via any Bluetooth terminal app. Alright, I'm not gonna go through the Arduino code and all this stuff, this is just boring. I will leave a link to all this in the description below. This is basically how it's all put together. So I programmed the Bluetooth app to send different frequencies just to find out the best response. Each signal will be triggered for 3 seconds. So the first attempts were encouraging, but not yet satisfying. The electrodes need to be located on the sweet spot to trigger the lobes. So after readjusting them, bingo, it's working, even with low frequencies. So to make this a YouTube friendly video, I went ahead and hid it in the pot so I could see my kid's reaction. However, I won't use my phone to send the signals to the flytrap, that would be obvious. Instead, I will use the signals coming from my arm using an electromyography, or EMG for short. The signals then will be processed with the second board and sent via Wi-Fi to the first one in the pot. You know that Daddy has superpower?
But superpowers aren't real.
Well, you will see. Look at this one here. 1, 2, 3. Although I tested it before and it was working just fine. But as an engineer, this is a normal day at work. Thanks for watching. Just a side note, all the stuff I did to the plant was reversed after I finished making this video, and the plant is still healthy and living happier than ever. Wow, she likes that, huh? She ate it. Well, yeah. She's starting digesting that. Look at the juice coming out, look.